if you recall, we were 06, 07, we were hanging out, doing random stuff. You were doing game stuff. I was doing animation stuff, and lo and behold, you and I, we have a lot to say. What ended up happening is we both realized that we should kind of we should just work on our own show or our own comic book. Like, what would happen if we did that?
We just kind of had fun challenging ourselves, putting together ridiculous concepts and seeing if we could make something entertaining out of it. And I'm pretty sure it was your idea of Chameleon in the Old West that really is what started gelling. And then trying to contextualize, well, how would this happen? And the answer is, boom, easy, portals. From there, everything came from that. Leon kind of gelled as a result of that. And then on top of that, it says, great, we don't have any rules. Because portals can explain everything, it gives us a world without limits. And so whatever we think is funny, we can just throw in there. What were they called? The post-apocalyptic sci-fi, the sentient blobs, and the triceratops that shot Nerf balls from his antlers or whatever they are.
I remember those guys are awesome.
They were great. I love them.
That was such a good show. It's kind of ahead of its time. It's too bad it hasn't been dusted off yet.
Oh no! I mean, in Space Ghost. I mean, I remember loving Space Ghost and Birdman, which I always hated, but still I watched it. Like, why? If you are so sensitive to having sunlight to power you, why do you keep going indoors? I would just not go indoors.
Yeah. See, we need to use that type of. We need to have the audience have these same exact questions for Chaos Chameleon about all that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. I completely agree. And this is where a lot of the silliness for me is coming from. Is remembering those old cartoons.
Do you remember the origin story for Chaos? Because it's still in my head.
No. Tell it to me again.
Okay. Remember, Chaos was a literal chameleon that just hung out on a cowboy's shoulder out in the middle of desert. And then one day, Cowboy just sits down on a rock, goes, "Yeah, my time's up. Little fella, it's up to you to take over what I've been doing out here, Dragon Bolt. You are welcome to everything that I own." And then he just literally just passes away. And then Chaos just, I don't know if we're gonna have him grow or something, but he just kind of literally just puts on the duster and then takes off on the bike and leaves the body to dry out in the sun.
To me, the visual comedy would be so amazing if Cowboy does all of that, and we cut back and Leon's already fully grown. He's putting on the duster and the cowboy hat. We don't see the transition. He's just he's Leon. Leon's 4 core abilities, and it's what I think built interest in him as a hero, are his 360-degree vision. And then his ability to cling to walls, and then you've got his prehensile tail, which he not only uses as a weapon, because Leon is very stoic, and he doesn't express a lot of his motions verbally. But in a big way, that the tail is how Leon expresses his emotions. And then last but certainly not least is his ability to camouflage himself, which I think it almost certainly needs to be called something along the lines of environmental simpatico or something. I feel like the animator is really Leon's arch nemesis. Leon has no idea why this bitter, jaded animator with a magical tablet that brings inanimate objects to life, complete with googly eyes, hates him so much.
Where I got animator from was, I remember watching traditional animators having to go through the process of either deciding to become 3D animators or they kind of move on to this transition. So I wanted to take that kind of angst and put that into the animator. Like, he's so angry that he's forced to use his tablet now to animate with. He can't use traditional techniques, that he just wants to take it on someone, and the Chaos Chameleon shows up. I was imagining Foghorn Leghorn from the Looney Tunes, and Matlock had a son. And he's dressed like all white, nice little tie.
Yep.
He's the type of villain that kills you with kindness.
That's great.
You don't see the underlying motivations until he speaks, and you kind of have to dig a little bit and go, "Oh, that's what he really means." So imagine we're watching, like, you're in a Big City Lawyer episode, because every episode will start with "Tung Tung."
Oh my god!
And then they'll show a crime scene, and they go, "Yeah, looks like he's been at it again. Yeah, there's a lot of insurance damage here." And then all of a sudden, no, did somebody say insurance damage? Dun dun. And then Leon gets hauled off to jail in the next scene. Like, and then at the very end, Leon just gets off of one technicality. And
always a technicality is always a technicality.
Yeah, it's always one loophole. They forgot to get a warrant or something. I don't know.
Dude, but that's a perfect interlude character. You come back from commercial and you hear donk donk and but then you're gonna have the guys like, yes, big city lawyer.
You always know big city lawyer's coming because of the donk donk.
And it's always the episode always revolves around him accusing Leon of the crime. And
it could be, and it has to be the dumbest things like insurance fraud. I mean, things you don't even like. You don't even want to deal with. Nothing to do with murder or anything like that. There could be like all these bodies around. Oh, looks like some insurance fraud is happening here, boys. And I think I got myself a case.
That's right.
Just hired a big city lawyer, And then,
there's like hundreds of thousands of dollars of property damage, but he arrests Leon because he was skateboarding on a sidewalk.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.